Hey guys, today I'll be going through another stock analysis on Tesla to see what's been going on. Really, this week's actually been very interesting. The stock price has been falling, and Elon Musk has also announced that he's tested both positive and negative from different tests of C19, but he believes that he's got a mild or moderate case of C19, so this has, of course, affected the share price of Tesla, caused it to fall a little bit. And even though over the last 2 weeks the price has rose from 394 all the way up to 450, and closing on Friday at 408 or 408.50. So I'm going to do an analysis on the share price and let you guys know where I stand on it, whether I'm still bullish, I'm now bearish, or if I'm neutral, i.e., am I holding my shares or am I adding to my position or am I going to sell my shares or options contracts that I have on Tesla currently open? Okay. All right. So for the last few videos that I've done on Tesla, it's been quite interesting because I had effectively an ascending triangle that at the time I was saying, okay, well, I believe the price was going to break the ascending triangle, and then around the earnings, it was still in the ascending triangle, but shortly after the earnings, it broke the ascending triangle, the support on the ascending triangle, which implies that the price is going to start falling, and a lot of traders, when they see that, the bias turns towards negative and selling off, either getting on to sell positions or basically selling off their shares if they own any. Although the price broke the support trend line on the ascending triangle, the price is still risen and it's tested the ascending triangle. Okay, pretty much when it tested the ascending triangle, the support now became resistance because it broke it. All right, so when it tested it, the bears showed that this was an actual active resistance. Okay, and should be respected. What's interesting about Tesla is that the previous earnings announcement, quarterly earnings announcement, was actually positive. They beat the expected earnings announcement. So a lot of people and investors would actually still be inclined to buy Tesla stocks or invest in Tesla as a company or invest in their stocks. Okay. Which I believe, even though it broke the support, the price hasn't totally fallen. It's not been a huge crash afterwards, which usually happens. All right. That's not been the case for Tesla, which implies that a lot of investors are actually still buying up this stock. As you can see from the screenshot, a lot of companies, banks, etc., investment funds are actually buying up Tesla. They're changing the positions or their stances from neutral to buy or from buy to strong buy. Okay, so this shows that there's still a lot of interest in Tesla, and I believe there's a huge bullish move bound to come. You know, the way institutions work and people with huge capitals, etc., operate is they obviously want to buy huge positions, but they can't do all of that at once. So what they have to do is they have to buy incrementally, so they have to buy small positions over time. This is called accumulation. All right. So they're gradually accumulating the positions. All right. And you can kind of see that happening in the market, because once the breakout occurred, breaking out of this resistance at 359, the price continued to rise. All right. Obviously, the bulls lost steam and the bears took over. Okay. Crashed the price all the way down to 330. All right. So because there's a lot of sellers waiting at this point, maybe institutions at this point, they want to buy lower. They can't keep raising the price up higher and higher and higher. Eventually, they're going to run out of sellers, okay? And the market's just going to be full of buyers, and that can't be. Within market, the whole dynamics of the market is there always have to be buyers and sellers at the same time, okay? So if you want to buy a stock and the market is full of buyers, no one's going to sell that to you, all right? And vice versa, if you want to sell a stock and the market is full of sellers, no one's gonna buy from you. All right. So the price came crashing down because you know what, a lot of buyers came out of the market. Maybe a lot of novice traders, etc., came out of the market because they thought, you know what, there's a crash, they're seeing reds, so they're panicking. All right, at this point, bringing the price down. Institutions, what they call smart money, hedge fund managers, etc., people with huge amounts of capital to invest in the market, they see that, all right, well, you know what, at this point, it's overbought, you know, so they're easing off their positions, you know, until they can try and get in at a lower price. Whatever that strategy is, that would indicate that it would be a good time for them to get back in the market. That's what they will do. All right. So that brought the price back up when they saw, okay, this is a good point to buy. You know, when they saw that, all right, there was a breakout strategy occurring here. They wanted to see what would happen around this support because it came crashing down. The bears broke the support again. So technically, this could have become a resistance. All right. So a lot of smart money, smart traders and investors would have waited to see if this resistance was going to hold. And it didn't. The next session, the bulls took charge, broke it back over, effectively turning it back into support, you know, and the price kept going up. You understand? So, and it shows that this is actually a good support line because the next time the price fell and retested the support, you know, the bulls proved that this is an actual support by keeping the price above this line. So this is effectively a very strong support and hasn't been broken, which is one of the reasons why I'm still bullish on Tesla at the moment, okay? Like I said, a lot of banks and hedge fund institutions, they're buying up Tesla stock, okay? Now, because they've got huge amounts of capital, they're going to accumulate the position over time. And as you can see, this is actually starting to show. This is why patterns like the bull flag or the ascending triangle are very powerful patterns, you know. Now, although my initial ascending triangle was broken and is now a resistance, all right, you can effectively adjust that because as you can see, a trend line support has formed and is showing that it's actually holding. Every time the prices touch this, it's risen back up. Okay, so if we draw another one here, all right, so it's effectively another ascending triangle, all right, or it can be seen as a variation of a bull flag, all right. So if you just extend this to here, so you can effectively say that that's a bull flag, all right, but because it's very tight, I'll be more inclined to say that that's an ascending triangle, all right. So I'll wait to see what actually happens, you know, with the price around this area, because what I believe is banks are buying up, they're accumulating the position, which is keeping its price effectively rising up. Okay, what it needs to do first of all is break the 461 resistance. All right, because this is a very strong resistance initially set on the 15th of September. Okay, and then tested on the 14th of October. All right, but it hasn't been tested since. You know, so a lot of people, smart money, etc., would see this line. All right, everyone can see this. All right, so in order to break this, everyone knows that, you know what, this is a strong resistance. In order to break it, you need a lot of demand, all right? I.e., a lot of buyers. You need a lot of buying power in the market to break this price or to break this resistance, you know, to get over this price and then test the 500 mark, all right? Which is what I always allude to in my videos on Tesla. You know, initially I set out with the idea that, okay, this resistance initially was going to be broken around the 14th of October, and then the price will continue rising and break 500, or it'll rise. This will effectively become a support. So it'll just keep bouncing between the resistance and the support, you know, effectively creating a channel until 500 was broken. Okay. But this has proven to be a good resistance. What I believe in my take on it is that banks and institutions, smart money, are accumulating the positions, which will effectively see a huge move that would break 500. All we need as Tesla investors is a breakout of 461 or at 461 and to hold. All right. This might take some time. This might come quickly. We just don't know. Okay, to summarize, I'm bullish on Tesla. I'm going to hold on to my stocks and my options contracts on Tesla. Then personally, if we get a breakout of 461 and then it holds, then personally, I'm going to exercise my options contracts. So I own the stocks because I believe the price is going to keep going up to 500 and even break out. Once the price breaks out 500, if it does, then the price, who knows where it's going to end up. It could go up to 700, it could go up to 1,000 very, very quickly because there'll be a lot of buying demand and a lot of momentum to push the price even further. A lot of people would be scared to start selling because they'll be going against the trend. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any further uploads, especially on Tesla. I also do NIO and I'll be doing Pfizer as well, the pharmaceutical company, as well as training guides, etc. on basically how to read the markets, how to be efficient in the markets from a technical standpoint, and also from a fundamental standpoint, where to get fundamental information like news, etc. You know, and I hope you continuously find value in the information that I present and it helps you in your trading journey and also your understanding of the markets. All right, thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you in the next video.